In this question, we have to work out the size of angle x. So the first thing to notice is that this is a non-right angle triangle here, so we can't use SOHCAHTOA, so we have to use either the sine rule or the cosine rule. So have a think back to the work we did on trigonometry before. Which do you think this is going to be? Is it going to be the sine rule or the cosine rule? Hopefully you can see that this is going to be the sine rule, and the reason for that is we have a matching pair here, so that's why we're going to do the sine rule rather than the cosine rule. So I am going to write down sine x over 8 root 2, sine x over 8 root 2 equals sine 45 over 16. I now want to rearrange this to make the sine x the subject, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 8 root 2. Which gives this. Now, if this was on a calculator paper, I could just type all that in and get my answer. But this is not on the calculator paper. We don't have a calculator available to us now. So I want to try and simplify this if I can. First thing to notice, the 8 and the 16 will cancel out and just leave me with a 2. And the sine 45, I know that that's the same thing as root 2 over 2. So everything on the left-hand side over here, the right-hand side, I could just say is root 2 over 2 times root 2 over 2. This root 2 over 2 was coming from this part, and then this root 2 over 2 was coming from the sine 45, and obviously they're being times together here. So simplifying that, I get root 2 times root 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and the 2 over 4 simplifies to be a half. And usually we do sine inverse if we had a calculator, but we don't have a calculator, so we need to think about that some more and think about our exact values. Which angle, when I do sine, gives me a half? Is it sine 30? Is it sine 45? Is it sine 60? Hopefully you remember it is 30. Sine 30 is 1/2. So this angle here is 30 degrees.